What's going on, everybody? You are now tuned into another episode of Everyday Heroes, and we got real name Wynton, JB written, Aunt of Dragons on the show. Um, Jazz missing in action, but this is kind of like an impromptu show right now. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. We're gonna talk about the presidential debate. It just happened. It just went down. I'm banging my table, and my camera's going out of whack. So let's get into it. Let's get into this presidential debate. I usually don't turn into these things. First of all, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Everyday Heroes. Google us. We in the mix. Don't miss out on anything. All right. So, um, this was different for me because I don't really watch these too often, right? But this one, for me has been the most important one, at least of my lifetime, because like JB has said, you got two wings and one bird. They both have their issues. They both don't really help, racial injustice, which is something that I'm really big on. I know JB's very big on. But the way things are being handled today, we do know that Trump is not the guy for it. At least in my opinion. But let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So let's go ahead and start with Honor Dragons. So Honor Dragons, what do you have to say about this debate? So let's get a recap. How do you feel about it?
So I've always loved watching presidential debates. Although it has been proven that people usually make up their minds before debates in general, they usually watch it. It feels very, being an adult now, I remember being 18 years old, and when I turned 18, I didn't care about anything other than voting. I was literally so nerding out about voting. But I wasn't very educated, But now that I'm an adult, notice the air quotes, right? Watching the debates for the past, I guess, decade since I've been a legal voter, I've noticed more and more that this is more of like a Hunger Games kind of thing. It kind of feels like you're watching the prom kings or queens talking about how they should be the most viable candidate, and they both definitely did that. Trump came in, and he came in with what did I write down? He said I wrote down he went straight for the kill. If you look at a past debate that Biden did with Sarah Palin, Biden is very good at doing his research because they're giving the questions ahead of time. Yeah,
They said they weren't given the questions ahead of time.
Okay, they weren't giving the questions ahead of time.
That's what they said. That's what they said.
Okay, well, that's what they said. Regardless, Biden is very charismatic. In his whole political career, he's very charismatic. He's very friendly. He gets straight to the point. Like, he's like, hey guys, here's what we're doing. We're cutting straight to the chase scene. This, and I also wrote down politicians get dirty with each other, but not as publicly as this. But why do we want to see this? Why do we want to witness this? Why do we want to witness this Hunger Games-ish kind of thing? I also want to emphasize, I don't know, like, I don't want to speak for the channel. I'm probably just speaking for me, that I don't want to persuade anyone to vote for one or the other. Vote for who you think is going to benefit you and your household. Don't listen to this podcast, any other podcast, and be like, well, such and such said that I should vote for them. Such and such said I should vote for them. No, you're a free, independent thinker, and don't make someone feel like if you vote for the other person, you're not a good or a bad person. You're not representing this or that side. You're allowed to think for yourself. So thank you for watching the first debate. Thank you. That matters. Thank you for skipping Dance with the Stars, because it did come out tonight, and I'm very sad that I missed it. But you can watch replays. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being a free, independent thinker. That's all I have to say right now.
All right, all right, all right. So I have a couple things, then we'll get into JB about what you said. Um, the Hunger Games. I don't think any of us wants this Hunger Games thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nobody wants this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just what happens with getting elected, and and they have it. It just seems like a bunch of old white men. I guess in Obama's case, a white and a black man, but but a whole bunch of old white men just arguing about shit. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's childish. So I really don't think anybody wants this Hunger Games thing. But I would just say in regards to this channel, um, I don't, what I'm saying, I'm not the sole owner of this channel, but I will say this: if you fuck with me and you black and you voting for Trump, fuck you. At the end of the day, I don't, I ain't nothing against you or anything, but I know where you're at, and you the kind of people that got to go first. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I got from this whole presidential debate. So, go ahead, JB.
Hey, how you doing? I want to apologize in advance. My baby is up, so you might hear her in the background. Is that okay with y'all?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
All right, all right.
It's
Just
an
wanted to make
impromptu
sure.
show, man.
All right, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I think my baby is the only one baby up in the world. All right, so Ashley, my question to you: did you watch the debate?
Yes, I did.
Okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure you watched. I didn't know if you said you did or you didn't. All right, and just like you said, I am happy too that they got to have the debate. I heard talks in the beginning that they wasn't able to have this debate, and now I see that they are able to have this debate. Okay, and I do want to just want to have a talk. You know what I mean? Because I actually watched the debate and I wrote down each topic, and I really take this stuff seriously because I care about my family, and as you should care about your family too, right, Ashley? Right? Right, Wynton?
Yes, of course.
All right. All right. Now, in the debate form, let's speak about it. Okay. I heard of debates. I know about debates. You know what I'm saying? And just like you said, Ashley, we've been in our adulthood, we've been watching it. I feel personally Donald Trump missed a lot of opportunities to talk about what he could do, the things he could, why things have been done, the decisions that he made. And instead of taking those opportunities to explain those things or to help me understand, what I mean, whether I got like him or not, whether you like Trump or not, instead of taking those opportunities to explain those decisions and see why he said the things he said or did things he didn't take that opportunity. Instead, he took the opportunity to attack. You know what I'm saying? And in a debate, I don't mind you attacking your opponent. I don't mind you throwing shots here and there. You know what I'm saying? But it is a time where you have to just debate the topic. You know what I'm saying? It felt like every question they was throwing at him, he was just giving a off answer. You know what I mean? He wasn't really directly answering the question. You know what I mean? And I'm a black person, and I do care about the part where he said the question was, do you like the Black Lives Matter movement? What do you think about it? Do you want better for black people? And honestly, he couldn't sit there and just answer the question. Instead, he used all his 2 minutes to talk about why the other wing was so bad. And you know, and it really touched me a lot when Biden got on there and said, well, yes, you know, just a simple yes, I do care about Black lives. And Trump couldn't even fix his lips to answer that question. And it's sad. It's very sad. So he missed a lot of opportunities just to answer a question what people want to know. That's the reason why we're watching the debate, is for you to answer your question. Yes, you're right. You do have to attack your opponent. You do have to bring out things that, you know, your opponent done. But at the same time, you still have to answer the questions that are aligned. Trump was being very ignorant. Trump was being very ignorant. Even the dude that was narrating was like, look, you're not debating me. I'm just asking the questions. But Trump is being so ignorant that he can't even get the whole question out. And he directed it towards Trump because he's the one that's being so ignorant to keep cutting the dude off. You know what I mean? And I like the fact that when Biden would stop talking, every time Trump go on a rant, Biden would stop talking. And now at the same time, you could see Biden age. I don't know how old Biden is, but this
77.
Yeah, that nigga looked 77. You know what I'm saying? Looked like he was losing breath, losing wind, couldn't keep up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
mentally he wasn't sharp.
Yeah, just mentally you could look at Biden and tell, like, you know, just like he ain't no young spring chicken.
Not
You know what
to
I'm saying?
interrupt you too. Trump is
Yes,
70
sir.
years old, and he kind of acts the same way, by the way.
Yeah, but you could tell Trump is a little younger. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you could
He was
tell.
a little quick. Yeah, he was a little quicker. So, you know, I just felt like Trump lost a lot of votes on this debate just because of his not answering the questions. You know what I'm saying? Not talking to the people. You know what I'm saying? Not really saying what his plan was. Yes, there is a vaccine out there that may be out there, and all he could say is, "Well, it's coming soon." You know what I'm saying? Well, what do you think about the science? It just felt like, you know, if they did know the questions, it felt like Trump really didn't do his research, or he really don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? And you can't say, you know, I heard somebody say, oh, COVID-19, you wasn't expecting that to happen. Well, the fact to remain is he fired all the scientists when he got in there. He fired all the scientists. Now I'm going to say this about Trump. For me, I'm sorry, I'm long-winded. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Let's go.
All right. I'm going to say this for me. I'm a veteran. I was in the military. So Trump helped me out. And that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? He took a lot more money from other avenues to give to veterans. And that helps me out in the long run. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not saying this out of hatred. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this out of because but I look at it more as a world standpoint, and the way this world been going. It's been more hatred in this world than I ever seen it. And nobody have answered this question. This is my last thing. Nobody have answered this question. When has America been great? What do we have to go back to? What point of time was it great for you, or any time in America? Because for Black people, it hasn't been. And for him not to really answer that question, or, you know, or even sympathize with me or any Black person in America, I don't see why would you watch that debate and want to vote for Biden. Want to vote for Trump. At least Biden took the time to answer the question and say, look, this is what I'm going to do. And he looked at the camera instead of just attacking Donald Trump every second he got. That's not president-like. Yeah, and that's not, you know, yes, Trump is a very smart money man. Trump is a very smart businessman. You know what I mean? And if it was him doing my taxes, the way he probably paid less taxes, I would want to know too. You know what I'm saying? For my financial gain. But as a president, he looked
I know
up
the
there
secrets.
like, yeah.
I
But
read the files too. So go ahead.
As a president, he looked ignorant. He looked like he didn't know what was going on. And I understand for white people saying, "Oh, this was a boring debate. Oh, this wasn't educational. This looked like two old people barking at each other." No, it looked like one old person barking at one old person. You know what I'm saying? Because Biden, when they got into an argument, he did shut up. And the reason I think Biden was shutting up because he couldn't keep up. But you know,
I also think that's experience. Um, you
yeah,
got
that's true
you
too.
got to understand. When you're a veteran at being a politician, there's
That's true.
certain things you don't do, such as your hand movements. You hold your thumb inside because it's
Yep,
always
that's the
pointing back
military.
out you.
But that's
You
that's what they
know,
teach you in the military. That's what they
correct.
teach you. Yes, sir.
So there's certain things that he has that you can tell, like, okay, he
Yeah,
is what we're used to seeing as a
yeah.
president, as a leader.
And I'm gonna say one more thing. I'm sorry to
Go
cut
ahead,
you off.
man.
When it was so disrespectful for Trump to cut Biden off when Biden was talking about his son that was in the military. You know what I'm saying? There's his son, and if you in the military and you understand what it's like to live that life, or have friends or family members or somebody who went to Iraq and wasn't able to come back. Biden's son died in the military serving his country. And for Trump to cut him off, you know what I'm saying? It just looks bad on Trump. It really does. And if you still rocking with Trump after that display and not seeing the things that he was doing, his campaign really need to tighten Trump up for the next debate. Trump has to do better on the next debate. Now, am I wrong? Am I right? I don't know. Trump is already losing, and
He is.
and younger moms and single black parents looking at that debate is not going to vote for Trump because you know what I'm saying. It don't behoove you not to. Now, if you're a business owner, you're a veteran, and you got something going. Hold on, brother. Come on. And you got something going, maybe, yeah, I would understand to vote for Trump. But as a single parent or somebody who has less in those small towns that he's already losing in pretty much, I don't see why would you want to vote for Trump. To be honest,
All right.
if you're a racist, maybe.
Right. At the end of the day, silence is violence, right? And
Yeah.
the fact that Trump refused to acknowledge that he's against white supremacy and Antifa and all these groups. It just kind of shows his
Yeah,
character. And
it
I was
does.
having a discussion with somebody earlier today, a spineless coward who won't come on the show. I've invited him many times. He said, um, I can't get it right now because I have to go on Facebook. But he basically said something in regards to that, and I replied, I'll try to pull it up. But Ashley, you got any thoughts or anything while I pull this up?
I do want to say that Chris Wells did a great job moderating.
Mm-hmm.
That was I can't imagine moderating that. I would have been like, yo, cut his mic, cut his mic. He did a great job
Mm-hmm.
at a very I'm sure he expected to do that, and he apologized several times throughout the time, throughout the whole hour and a half of the debate, saying, I don't mean to disrespect either of you guys, but like, let's be respectful.
Can you mute the microphone in between, JB?
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
But I was just saying that I just want to say that Chris Wells did a great job. I think he did a great job keeping cool, calm, and collected. I think that he,
Ashley,
yeah,
Ashley, you as
yeah,
a you as a black woman, you know what I
yes.
mean? I really want you to talk here. You as a black woman watching that debate, what do you really feel? You know what I mean? Don't try to play both sides. Like, what do you really feel as a black woman? You know?
Yeah. And I'm also trying to say that I do want to say that, like I said, I think Chris Wallace did a great job moderating. And like I said, these debates are a joke. People have already decided who they want to vote for. I think that who we vote for, okay.
No. Ashley,
I think that, okay, can I talk though, Joe? Can I talk?
Yeah,
I
but you
think
gotta
that
answer the
I
question.
think that presidency is stupid. The fact we vote in a new person every 4 years is almost I almost said an offensive word. I think it's so dumb that we have a new leader every 4 years. I've always thought that ever since I was a kid, because it's like, what can you get done in 4 years? And I know people are like, oh, who's going to help the poor people the most? You can't help poor people in 4 years. Look, I am below the poverty line, below. I ask my mom every year, every new presidential election, who is going to help our fucking Medicare, our health insurance? You know what? Obamacare screwed my family. They screwed us. So regardless, this whole pomp and circumstance is cute. It's fun. It's cute. But at the end of the day, they don't give a fuck about poor people. So this is fun. This is entertaining to me. You know? So at the end of the day, Trump has actually helped. My sister is extremely physically fucking handicapped. We have to pay 50 cents right now due to Trump's Medicare versus when Obama was in office. So when Biden gets into office, if it's negative 50 cents, I don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about poor people. So this whole shit right here is a joke to me. So I'm extremely biased when it comes to this. Extremely, has nothing to do with my race or my gender. I think my fucking sister has fucking prescriptions for fucking days. So that's what I fucking
Go ahead, JB.
Okay.
Well, actually, before you get into that, what I did was I posted up a post on Facebook that, you know, Trump unveils a platinum plan for Black Americans. And if you actually read that article, it really doesn't tell you how it could really help Black America. And the fact that tonight, you know, this news came out today, maybe yesterday, and the fact that tonight he could not even say that he is against white supremacy tells you that he doesn't have a plan for Black Americans. It just tells you right there, plain sight. You know, and I always say, you know, like, you know, don't, you know, once somebody shows you their true colors, don't ignore it.
All right, but
Pay
hold on,
attention
Wynton.
to it. But go ahead, man.
I want to go back to Ashley. Okay, that because you know I want to hear, you know, those points. You know what I mean? But let's forget about, you know, black and white right quick, Ashley. Okay, because that's what you said, right? And you saying during the Obama administration, or, you know, Obamacare, it kind of hurt you more than it helped you. And then when Trump came in office with his plan of action, it helped you. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. And you said within 4 years you think, so would you want to see Trump get more years? You know what I'm saying? Just because
I want to see people who were actually in lower poverty level being taken care of.
And
So
you feel like Trump would be the best
Biden,
person?
Harris, whoever the fuck it is, because I think that at the end of the day, these politicians, and we all know that they do, they say that we care about you poor people, but they don't. And it's like, people say that they're poor, but you're not poor. You don't have bed bugs like I do, like my household does. We are below the fucking poverty level. And it's like, people do not know what fucking poor is. You're not on the phone for hours with the welfare office. You guys have no fucking idea what poor is. Not you guys, not you, not Wynton and Joe. I'm not talking about you guys. Sorry, I'm not writing you guys. But like, they're trying to cater to the poor vote. But at the end of the day, who votes the majority of the time? Rich white women. Who won the election for Trump? Rich white women.
And white supremacy. If you
Yeah,
look at the roles, it was white supremacists. Yeah.
I'm hopeful that we're reaching some people of color. And when I say people of color, I
So,
don't just mean African Americans. I'm hoping that
mhm.
we're reaching them. But at the end of the day, it's like,
So what I'm trying to get to too is like,
yeah,
okay, so you as a woman, you know what I'm saying, like,
yeah.
watching this debate, what is some things that really kind of stood out to you that either side said that kind of
What
be
stood
like,
out
okay,
to
I
me
like.
is that this is an exact reflection of what Americans are. People voted in Trump because that's how they think. People selected Biden because, like I said, he's extremely likable. He's very likable. He's very friendly. I'm Yang Gang. Till I don't know if I said this already. I probably said this when I was talking to a friend while I was walking, because I was walking while I was listening to this. But like I loved Andrew Yang and his plan for universal basic income, because I think that that would benefit so many people who are on the borderline middle class level, not only with like there's so much stress, unnecessary stress when it comes to worrying about, can I pay my rent tomorrow? Can I pay my car note? Should I go to the dentist, or can I sacrifice for the next month? And we don't even realize that like not getting your teeth taken care of is so detrimental to your health, you know?
Mm,
So
Uh,
sorry,
All right. So real quick.
I'm not talking too much
No,
then.
no, real quick. No, you're good. So we have about 10 minutes left before this whole thing cuts off. So let's kind of get in, wrap this up. So I'll just say this. Just a few key things that I've heard. Trump's rebuttal, about reopening school was, I brought football back. I brought the Big Ten back. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Trump, and I read about this earlier, but it was brought up in this thing. Trump was also, talking about taking away the curriculum about learning, racial sensitivity and things, insensitivity and things like that. Um, a few other things is that, Trump talking about, Biden's son's drug addiction and stuff like that, that affects many families and things like that.
yeah,
Him
about
being
that.
insensitive, to that as well. Trump
Hmm.
and his dictator language that he was using,
Yeah.
saying that, he has a right just because the team was elected. No, I'm saying at the end of the day, saying the power should be within the people.
Hmm.
And he definitely has a dictatorship mentality. Has Trump done some good things for America? Yes, he has. He completely has. But he's also done a lot bad, and he made white supremacy okay. Um, you know, and that's not cool at the end of the day. Crime rates and everything has raised since he's been in office, and that is a fact. The way he handled this coronavirus thing, this COVID thing, it's horrible. Um, you
And
know,
and the reason I was asking those questions too is because, yes, it sometimes is good to look at the outer shell of things, but when it's something like that, like a debate, like or we talking about a particular issue of this debate, we have to come with the things that they said and did. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Like we have to come with the facts. Like that's like I asked you, we're talking about the debate. You know what I'm saying? Like if we're talking about the debate, tell me something that somebody said and then answer that question like you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like I understand the overall thing. Like I think everybody understand the overall thing of why this and why that. And this was that opportunity for them to say those things and to do those things. So what did you get from this debate that helped you want to vote for Trump, that helped you want to vote for Biden? Because that's the whole part of a debate. I
hmm
understand people may have that decision already before you go in, but when I watch this debate, I watched it and I listened to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to both of them, and I can tell you what both of them did and what both of them said. And that's the most important part. And if you don't get it, then go back and watch it again, because write down what they're saying, and then do your research on what they're saying, and then take what you get out of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I ask these questions, like, because you have to really do the research for yourself and really take what they said and do that. You know what I'm saying? So don't just say, well, I know for me, or I know for that. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You got to go back, listen to what they said, really take it in. You know what I'm saying? What's the point of the debate if you're not listening? If you can't tell me what they said, what is the point? You might as well not even watch it. If you already got it stuck in your head what you're going to do, then don't watch it. So I'm that's it.
All right. Any final thoughts, Ashley?
And I agree with Joe. Like, what was the point of this even happening? Because everyone already, honestly, like this whole presidential election, everyone knows who they're going to vote for.
Not true. That's not true.
Everyone knows who's going to win.
That's not true.
It's so obvious at this point, because the hate for so and so is so obvious. And when you say
who's so and so,
wait,
yeah, that's not true.
Sorry, go ahead.
Who's so and so?
That's like a derogatory statement. You know what I mean? That's like saying, I know everybody's going to vote the sky is green. You know what I mean? Like, give me.
It's true though.
It's not.
Who do you feel like is going to win? I'm not asking who you're going to vote for, right? You say, everybody has their mind made up. It's obvious. Who is it obvious for?
Yeah.
I mean, like, look at all the media propaganda. It's so obvious that so and so is going to vote. And like I said, I don't want to persuade anyone to vote for anyone, so I don't want to say a name.
You're not persuading anybody to vote for anybody if you're saying.
If you're saying they already got their mind made up, then
so who do the people have their mind made up for?
People are very susceptible to influence. So if you say a name out loud, people will be like, "Oh, I remember such and such person said."
Yeah.
Will Smith said, "Vote for John Smith." So I'm gonna vote for them. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be a part of. I don't want to be a part of that. And also, when you said do your research, make sure that you're choosing unbiased articles. Make sure that there is a website. I want to say it's called facts.com, and I meant to write it down on this page. I wrote it on my other
journal. You can go to mediabias.com and you can go ahead and look up everything on whether that media outlet is biased.
And I'm gonna say this: nothing matters if we don't speak about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And there's nothing to be biased or say when you're talking about a debate that that just happened. Just say what you heard. Just say what you heard. Say what they were saying. Say what you got from it. And, and that's it. You know what I mean? There's nothing that nobody's persuading nobody. I'm not saying, hey, Wynton, go vote for Trump. I'm not saying, Wynton, go vote for Biden. I'm just giving my opinion of how I felt about.
But we also have to take responsibility and be aware that as social media influencers, that we have that's the whole word. The word is influencer. You have the power to influence someone. I literally bought a facial wash from an influencer, and it broke my skin the fuck out. Because she advertised it, because that's what we do. We were responsibility to report facts and not,
Okay. I'm glad you said that.
That this is our. Sorry, go ahead.
Let's end off on JB's note, man, because we got 2 more minutes left.
No, no, you're good. Actually, I say I'm glad you said that, and that's what I say when I watch this debate, and they specifically asked the question to Trump and said, "Do you care about Black lives?" And instead of answering that question, me as a Black man, instead of answering the question, yes, I do, he used that 2 minutes, the whole 2 minutes, to talk about Biden. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say really watch the debate and answer the question.
I watched the whole thing. Why did you watch it? What do you think I was doing the whole time?
Because you didn't provide any facts that was from the debate. That's what I was asking. That's why I was saying, like, if I ask you a question about the sky.
Oh, I get it.
If I say, hey, what do you think about the sky? And you say, well, I think the grass is nice. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying, well, did you watch the sky or did you watch the grass?
Okay, I apologize.
It's okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I understand what you're saying and I get it and I agree. I don't want to influence nobody either. But I'm asking you about the debate. What do you think about it?
I apologize. I didn't mean to not answer your question directly. I didn't mean to offend you. I apologize.
No, it's not offensive. It's not offensive.
We've been trying to get this the whole show. But anyway, from JB Written, Aunt of Dragons, real name Wynton. This is Everyday Heroes signing out.